What's happening, guys? Welcome to another Monday night hobby hangout with Indie Invasion, also known as Mac and Eric, with special guest star Discover Games. It was not a very enthusiastic Discover Games, was it?
He wasn't dancing either this time.
He wasn't dancing or anything. Man, we must be having a rough night. You doing okay, Alan? Weren't dancing or anything. Oh, nope. Oh wow! I'm out of here, man. You guys.
That's probably why.
You guys suck. Well, anyway, for anybody that decides to join us tonight, we are thrilled to have you. We're not. We're just our hobby hangout. That with the coronavirus stuff still going around, you know, a lot of people can't get to their stores, or if you're really bummed, like sometimes I am, your closest. Well, not my closest store, but the store that I prefer to go to is 4 hours away, since we don't have a game store. Then this is just how we hang out, us and
hang out, work on stuff together, chit chat,
run our mouths, solve gaming problems one game at a time. So that's what we're doing. So what are you working on tonight, Eric? Did you decide yet?
I haven't decided yet. So no? I have a choice here. Let me switch my camera.
All right.
So I either
okay.
Sorry. Gotta put that down. So got that as a treat for myself this weekend for birthday.
Oh, nice.
And then I'm still kind of going through old stuff. So I got some old grave guard here.
All right, cool. Well, I am, hold on, let me move this so I can see what I'm doing here. I am still working on maps. I'm still doing some map stuff. I got a lot of stuff done though. I've gotten let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 completed, and then I've got a 5th one. And I ordered some more micron pins. I just have the black micron pins, but I
ordered get some color ones now.
Yeah. So I did that just because I don't mind using the colored pencils to go over the areas that I want to pop, but because I'm using micron pins, I have to keep the point razor sharp. So, you know, you make one river and you're sharpening the pencil again. So
yeah.
There you go. Oh, look who it is. Look who it is. He's talking today. Hey, Bob, what's happening? Underworlds. Always choose Underworlds.
Well, this is old school, Bob.
Super old school.
Going back to my roots with this one.
Your roots.
You got to look. Hey, that's down here. That's down here in the South, man. Where I live, you put a root on somebody, that's a curse. Put a root on. Well, I got some goodies in the mail today too. So these are technically the 2nd edition books for Palladium. I have all the 1st edition books, but they did a good job of fleshing everything else out. So I got a really good deal on these.
Let me guess. To start with an E, end with a Y.
Maybe.
Initials are eBay.
They just keep coming.
They just keep coming. They just keep sending them to you, huh?
They just keep coming. Yeah, they keep sending them.
He pushes the button and he gets stuff.
But look, I got this too, and I'm super excited about this because this is like one of my favorite places in the Forgotten Realm.
That's cool.
Is Skullport, one of my favorites. So
look at Bob giving me a hard time here. Bob, I've had this in the blister probably for like over 20 years now. I figure if I want to use it, I'm going to have to bust it open.
That's right.
Because realistically, I'm never going to get rid of these vampire count stuff.
Well, hello there. What is that, Pinker?
That's how I would say it from the Twitch channel.
The Twitch channel, awesome. We haven't had too many viewers from Twitch. Well, welcome aboard. We're just doing our hobby hangout. If you're working on something, let us know what you're working on. We will run our mouths to our heart's content as we will. I have not had the painting bug the past week or so.
See, with me, I think it's because I'm so tired after work with the tundra that we have out there.
Well, you're the one that lives where it's 7 degrees. I'm just saying.
Yeah. So, yeah, I've been I don't know, with me cleaning and reorganizing and getting ready to move this stuff downstairs into my art room, it's like I'm finding all this stuff that it's like I've just put aside and not really forgot about, but just moved on to something different.
Right. Yeah, I hear you. I got I knocked out like 60.
You got a nice jump start on
63 models last month, so I was like, I'm kind of letting that carry me over.
Well, here's something that I think I'm gonna bust out the airbrush on. This was a birthday present from Mary. She got me a big red dragon that I can paint.
Nice.
Comes Prime-Ed, as she likes to say.
Comes Prime-Ed. I love it when they come Prime-Ed. That's my favorite.
And then she got me this one too. Let's see if I can get in the camera. A white dragon.
I should have got that dragon at when we were at Mace.
Oh, which dragon was that? I'm trying to remember which dragon.
I don't remember which one it was. Hold on. I'm trying to hey, there's Todd.
I think I know which one you're talking about. It was from D&D, right? Was it from the Winter Dale one?
Can I join? You know what? I'm not sure. Let me see. I'm gonna go to Twitch and see if I can do that. Because we are Twitch new, so we are Twitch new. Whoa, I better mute that. That's gonna. Whoa, I better mute that. Whoa, man, that was crazy. All right, let's give this a try. Let's see if we can do it. Hey, there's Raul. All right.
Mm-hmm. I got something else.
Copy to clipboard. What the heck? Whoever wants to join in, they can. Up to 10. We can have 10.
Hey, look at this.
Lord.
Got my other camera up.
Oh, good deal. You got your other.
Because this is my laptop now.
Okay. All right.
Who needs a screen, right?
That's right. Who needs a screen? You do not need one. Well, we got 5. What you working on tonight there, Raul?
I work more on that spaceship.
More on the spaceship. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Oh, Seth, you dirty dog. I can't believe you went there. You know what, man? I'm trying to get Alan to come up and open. I've already even got the pitch for it. It's Discover 2. TOO. It's his second Discover games. I think he just needs to come up here. I've found him 7 or 8 buildings. All he's got to do is come on.
Jill? I mean, Jill's.
All right.
Your wife is not the one we have to convince, much like Eric's wife. You are the one, just like Eric.
All right, I got more goodies to show you, Mac.
More goodies?
Uh-oh. Let me show these to Raul since he jumped on right after I showed them off. I know he
That's
likes
when you bought online, isn't it?
Oh, nice.
So these are Pathfinder.
Yeah, you need to. Hey, see, that's just one more reason you need to move down here where it's warm, so you can jump in our RPG and I can use those.
Okay, I got my Twisted stuff in the mail today.
Nice.
Oh, so you got yours too, huh?
Yep.
Oh, I am not jealous at all.
That, and then I went pretty light actually, and then a little that.
Yeah, I just got the basic.
So I don't go nutso like somebody.
Who are you talking to?
I don't know.
No idea.
And then I got my other dragon, Raul.
The dragon turtle?
Yes. Okay. Let me
Raul.
hold up one of these gargantuan ones. Okay.
Okay.
This is just his body.
Oh my goodness!
Wow.
Awesome. Where did you get that?
Off of Etsy. I found a guy that's doing.
You told me that's a 3D print, right?
3D print. Yeah.
Wow.
So, here's the body. Here's his head.
Oh, that is nice. Oh man, that's nice. I like that. Raul, you see what Seth did to me there? You see that comment? Look at that.
Here's the base, or
Is
half
that wrong?
of it. So yeah, he attaches to the post
Okay.
of the ship,
Nice.
and that's the
Okay.
base.
Awesome.
I mean, here's his tail, which goes this way. So yeah, he's a big boy,
Yeah, but it's awesome.
but just
Remember-
this.
You probably need another one.
I mean, look at it.
So do you, Mac.
It'll
Actually,
be
you can see some
lonely.
great scenarios there.
Well, I already got my eyes picked out on the same guy I got this from.
Mhm.
He's got a Hydra that I want to get. That the heads look like
Right.
cobras, kind of,
Ooh, okay.
and he comes with alternate heads for when you chop them off or
Oh.
blast them or something. So,
So you can
can put,
magnetize them?
yeah, you could do that and put the stumps on there.
Nice.
So yeah, this thing's gonna be fun to paint.
Jeez.
That is big. Are you gonna glue him or are you gonna paint him in pieces?
Well, it's basically they printed the shell and it's supposed to be a couple pieces, so it's really just the head, tail, and legs I got to put on.
Okay.
So I'll assemble them. I just want to attach them to the base, and I think I might bust out the airbrush for him,
What?
Ooh, okay.
just
You're
to
going
at
all the
least
way.
to lay down the base coats.
Yeah.
I need a reason to bust that out, and I think this is a pretty good one. So I'm going to test on these two dragons first to knock off the airbrush rust
I
in a
got you.
while.
Seth,
Yeah.
are you still with us out there too? Because I had a question for you. If you're still there. Two questions actually.
So, you know,
Yeah.
Mac, Seth doesn't have a bad idea. So you can have Alan start franchising Discover Games. You
Easy.
can open a branch here. Everyone can be happy.
Easy. 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 Well, you know, Eric could move down here and do the same thing. I'm just saying.
Well, that's not a bad
You
idea
could.
either, you know?
I could come down there and do what? Open a store?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about running a store.
Well, me neither, but
I
everybody
try
tries
to.
to get me to.
I just know how to buy all the stuff in the store.
That's the story of my life.
That's
Well-
that's the real reason we need the podcast mansion, so we have more room for stuff.
Right?
Mm.
That's what I'm saying.
So I don't throw nothing away.
I ordered so Raul saw it the other day when he came over and we played Chronicle X, but
Mm-hmm.
but you know, I had all of my miniatures out on display and I put them up for a couple reasons. One, they were getting dust all over them, but just on the bases, you know, clear acrylic bases.
Mm-hmm.
But I ordered some of those the rolling shelves, the ones that you use for scrapbook paper.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man,
Okay. Those are-
Man, they are so good. I managed to get pretty much everything. So I got rid of my ghetto plastic shelves that I had down here, which makes me happy that I got rid of those. And
Oh, no.
and I got them put away and I've got them organized so that if I'm doing something, I can just pull the whole drawer out and it's all my Zombicide Invader or it's all of whatever it is that I'm working on. So I'm pretty happy with how that was going.
There you go, Bob. I'm busting it open if you're still on.
Oh no. Close your eyes, Bob. Close your eyes.
Gotta do it. Gotta. I bought it 20 years ago for a reason.
Open today, right?
Yep.
Right.
Just for today.
There you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh, pretty.
Oh, there you go. You're getting called out, Eric. Oh yeah. Not only is Tesla an option, but he is a beast in Twisted. It is.
Mhm.
It's a great game, Todd. Probably
Yeah, I got my Tesla right here too.
the biggest appeal in my mind of the game is that, and we talked about this the other night. There
you go, Todd.
We talked about this the other night that since it uses the more traditional full polyhedral dice set, it really plays a lot like an RPG skirmish game. It's very, I think it's very unique in the way that it approaches the rule set. And the storyline is just fantastic. I really love the storyline. I got you, Raul. The storyline is just fantastic. We have 2, maybe 3 bat reps up for Twisted on the YouTube channel you can check out. Let me throw a link up there real quick if you want to check it out. They're not the best in the world because I'm not really set up to do bat reps, but I got asked several times about it, so I went ahead and did a couple. And I am eventually going to try and get set up for. Here you go. This was a good one. I don't know what the quality of it is. Oh, well, the video quality is okay. I didn't have my good microphone at the time, so you must forgive me. But let's see. Where's the button? The button. There we go. There you go. There's a YouTube link you can check out if you want.
So, Eric, you got that miniature just 20 years ago just for tonight, right?
Yeah.
You got to plan that stuff out, man.
That's usually about how I go when I hem and haw about buying stuff too. So
it's because he's a pre-planner, man. He just likes to be prepared.
Yeah.
You know?
It's going to be 7 degrees on February the 8th.
That's right.
That I'll need something to do because it's so cold.
That's right. That's absolutely right. See, I mean, that's good stuff right there. Just hope it doesn't take him that long to figure out that he should move somewhere warm.
A lot of it is very much what I am now. Is when I get into, when I find something that I like, I got to have it all. So I'm sure that's
taking 20 years to buy one miniature for now. I'd hate to see his plans for the move.
Oh, I know, right?
Oh, I'm going to have a fire sale.
No, you won't. Just let me know. I'll come up and I'll drive the second Penske truck that has all the gaming stuff in it. Or I could drive the non-valuables, the rest of your stuff from your house.
Yeah, I won't fit all the valuables in the, usually when you move, you put all the china and stuff in the car with you.
That's not happening.
Yeah, they ain't going to fit in my car. All those valuables.
Well, we know how that goes. I mean, you couldn't even fit stuff in your suitcase just from coming to Coastal Con last year. So.
Yeah, I think if that happens, they're going to taking a trip to the UPS store.
Oh, what do you mean if that happens? That's some sort of a joke? I think that may be some sort of a joke.
Yeah, that's right.
All right. What games you got going on there tonight, Alan?
There's a few in the Proud on Monday. Some role playing. I think they're. Oh, it's not D&D. They're doing not Starfinder. I can't remember. I'm old. Been in little 40K.
Oh, nice. Okay, here's a good question for everybody. Todd's throwing this one out there.
If it happens, I'm sure he means, well, it'd be nice if it happens, but I'm not holding my breath just yet, Todd. I know they have dates for it in August, but
oh, is that when it normally is?
Yeah, it's just we don't know yet, I mean, I know Origins changed the dates of theirs just because they're usually in June, I think it is, and they think that's just going to be too early for it yet. So
Get that.
I'd like to see them get back to it. You know, I think it would be being that Gen Con is one of the, the biggest ones and kind of a staple mark, it'd be nice to see them get back to it so then the rest of them can get back to it.
Right.
Well, I think the planning with the problem with those big conventions is they have to start planning now.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, and they don't know what's going to happen. And you just don't know they don't know what's going to happen. I understand.
Yeah, that's hard.
Hey, look who showed up. It's Mike. How you doing, sir? It's good to have you with us.
I did get notification from NashCon. They're moving forward.
Oh, is NashCon moving forward?
Yep.
That's good.
There's only one con on my radar.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
And Dwight, which one is that?
CoastalCon.
The one on my radar.
The one on my radar. It's this one. It's going.
It's the one going bleep bleep.
We're gonna have to get. AJ's not here. Dang, we'll have to get Dwight a CoastalCon T-shirt.
Oh, I don't know. That's pretty.
That's
elite.
right. That was limited edition 1 year. You had to be original.
Yeah,
member.
that's pretty elite. You had to make that mistake at Siege of Augusta. You had to be there for the mistake that only
can't just go buy one.
Oh no, you can't get
No, these were very limited edition.
So it's canon now. It's canon.
Yeah. So let me give you the story on that, Dwight. This is funny because Siege of Augusta is in January, and we all usually go. We didn't go this year, but we all usually go and we hang out. And AJ brought his T-shirt press machine. He was going to do a couple dry runs of the CoastalCon T-shirts.
He did a couple.
He did. He did one for each of us. And the only problem was we were walking around. We were like, yeah, check out our CoastalCon shirts. And I'm walking away from the table, and my son goes, Dad, there's no A in CoastalCon. I said, what? He goes, there's no A. And sure enough, we all looked, and the shirts say CoastalCon. So it was a good thing we did a dry run of the shirts at Siege of Augusta because we got them fixed for the convention. So
I guess you could say it was a costly lesson.
It was, and it was a good thing that AJ decided to do that.
That's awesome.
Funny.
Misprints are always collector's items.
Oh yeah, it was funny.
Let's see here.
What's the ability again? Oh my god. Let me make it for your books are about to move.
Well, Todd and Mike, are you guys working on anything tonight, or are you just hanging out? We know what Dwight's working on. Dwight's always working on high noon.
Dwight, question for you.
Yes,
I'll
sir.
go all the plans for the tournament.
Well, actually, that's what I'm working on right now.
Okay.
I'm working on adding these cards so that players can play them in the virtual tabletop.
Nice.
I'm getting excited. Like I'm making these cards, and I'm like, I want to play with this card.
Well, I think you should.
I will.
Well, fine then.
Let's see. Yeah, I found. I don't.
Your next one?
Actually, I think right after we had that conversation, I just went online just to see if there was software out there, and I found like a tournament software that like every esport uses. It's free, and so I didn't go to sleep that night. But the next morning, I had a tournament page. So there's that.
Nice.
That's always a good thing.
We'll see.
Some BattleTech. Too cold to prime. Oh, you crazy, crazy guys that live in the far, far north.
Mike, you got to go the way I go. Brush on.
Yeah, man, that brush on primer. I love that stuff.
Just go like me. Go commando on that paint.
Just go gray, man. Hang out,
Mike.
Todd's checking out the new 40K Dark Angels Codex. Nice.
Send snow, please.
So, Dwight, just for Eric's, pleasure. What's the temperature down there?
Here
Oh
we
my
go.
gosh, it was Right now, it is a bristling 66 degrees.
Oh my gosh!
Wow, that's like
poor man.
Oh my
you
god!
got a heater on, don't you?
I had to wear split-toed socks with my flip-flops today.
Right? I almost put
That was probably a sight to see.
I almost put closed-toed shoes on today. Almost. It was so cold.
Oh my gosh.
I see you guys.
But then I thought, you know what? I'll just sit in the sun and it'll be okay.
Where's my phone?
I see all these long sleeves in these videos. I just
So yeah, you missed it,
so
Dwight.
bad.
Eric said it was 7 degrees right now.
7 degrees.
There you go.
I like the cold. See, I
Fahrenheit or
envy
Celsius?
that. I envy
That's
that.
Fahrenheit.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, and we got flurries out there right now.
Please bring it with you.
That is jealousy.
Overnight, it's going to get down to -6.
Oh.
Yahoo!
That little house is looking pretty sick.
Yeah, I might get that, Alan, just to have that one. That's
It's
like
pretty cool.
I commented. I'm like, man, that would make a perfect Night of the Living Dead house.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, it would. And Mac, they're doing better. They're still not perfect, but this is one of the better kits I've put together.
As far as the tolerances for
Yeah.
the tabs, that's good.
But I've had no problems with the tabs. I had a little gap on one of the walls, but
Yeah.
was it on this one or was it this one? And you can't even see it.
Oh God, yeah, Gundam. There's a guy. I can't remember his name. He's got a Facebook page, and he is in the process of producing a Gundam skirmish game box set. It's going to come with either 6 or 8 Gundam, and it's BattleTech type scale.
That is awesome.
And I wish I could remember the name of it, and I can't. The reason I ended up getting connected with it is he's a prior Air Force guy, and I'm a prior Air Force guy, and through the mysterious ways of Facebook, that's how you get connected, because you have some sort of commonality, and that was how I stumbled upon the game. I invited him to Coastal Con, but he said California is too far away, and I agree. California is kind of far away.
What is this? The Oregon Trail? Just get on the plane. Let's go. I would go to your convention, but I'm afraid my entire family will die of dysentery along the way.
It's not the dysentery. It's the natives.
Yeah. I would leave California to go to your convention, but they don't allow me to buy bullets anymore, so I can't hunt buffalo.
Can't hunt along the way.
Truth be told, they're sold in baggies now.
What's that, Raul?
Truth be told, they sell bullets in baggies now. It's like a drug deal. It's weird.
Right. That's rough. I don't know what else I want to put on this one.
Waterfalls.
It's not that kind of place. It's not really a pretty waterfall kind of place.
Lava falls, then?
Lava falls may work. Lava falls could work.
Rock falls?
They do sometimes.
Ball lightning.
Gravity falls?
Does it?
Didn't.
Got extra windows. I don't know where they go.
My dad joke falls?
Oh, there's one.
Well, I got a lot of kids, so I have a lot of bad dad jokes.
Is this one of your 3D printed models, Alan?
This is the Black Site Studios latest greatest.
Oh, yeah, you showed. That's the thing you showed me. Okay, it's all wood.
Yeah, it's all MDF, pre-painted MDF.
Wow. Cool. Wow.
There we go. Yeah, it's pretty. Like I said, they do this, and it's solid. I mean,
I'm waiting for him to throw it on the floor and say, "See."
See? I've got another one.
Only high noon. High noon minis. I am impressed with those core space minis. I opened up the.
Oh, did you?
I opened up the starter box. To
Right.
see those minis. They're really nice.
Yeah, they are. They're pretty good.
Mhm.
They're really good for what they are. PVC plastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like their poses on them. No, I guess I'm gonna cut them off.
I've got all of my Purge painted. I'm still working my way through my cruise. But I do have almost all of my Zombicide Invader painted.
Okay.
I am not starting that rabbit hole.
Dude, you got to just do what I did. Contrast paint and dry brush and a little bit of detail.
I got hundreds and hundreds. Every expansion and core game they came out with.
I know. I've got I painted all. I told you how I painted my zombies for Zombicide because there were so many of them. I was like, there's no way I'm going to sit here and ever have this game ready and painted unless I do something. So I went with the kind of film noir look.
Oh, yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
Do you have any near you that you can show?
Yeah, I do.
So, Eric, while Mac's getting that, how go the Burrows and Badgers?
It's been a while.
Okay.
Since last week I worked on them last. I did. You know what? I never even looked at him. I put a wash on the guy last week, and I didn't look at him after.
I
So
thought you're going to beat Mac to that.
there he is with his wash, so he just needs some highlighting. I got to do something with that beetle. I don't like that color. I'm going to change it.
Really? It looks so nice. Okay.
Yeah, I want to do.
Oh, wow.
I wanted to do a color changing thing with him, so
Mhm.
I may just
yeah.
put it over it, see what it looks like.
Yeah, just get a dark blue and put it over it. Should
Yeah,
work.
it needs to be darker. Yeah, I don't know. I've been in almost the last week just in a building mode, so yeah, I was making room on the shelves, and now I'm filling them back up.
Yeah, that's the only bad thing about building mode.
Yeah,
You get a bunch of stuff on your shelf. Let's see.
Since
Let's
I'm-
do what Todd said. Heard 3D print again. What are your thoughts on the fully 3D printed miniature games hitting Kickstarter?
what are some of the ones Todd hit in there? I don't know if I know.
I don't need that. And do you mean like 3D printed? You have to print them, or 3D printed by the company? Here's the film noir, guys. On these.
Oh wow,
Oh, that's.
nice.
So I just did a black base.
I
and
see. Yeah,
brushed white, and then I added the blood effect.
yeah.
Mhm.
What kind of brush you use for dry brushing?
For dry brushing, it generally depends, but I buy these just from Walmart, the big set.
Yep.
That's what I dry brush with.
Very cool.
But the zombies look really good on the board like that, and then it also makes it so that the character models pop. So we'll wait for Todd to ask that one and try that with the Vampire Hunter game. Yeah. Oh, you get all the files and the rules. I guess that's good if you have a resin printer, but I know since I only have an FDM, and I wouldn't be interested just because they don't look good.
I mean, if you do have the printer, it kind of cuts the cost down for you.
Yeah.
And then you can print them out as you need them, or just print out what you want.
Yeah.
That is a huge trend on Kickstarter as everybody releasing their STL files.
But like you just said, Mac, you only got that one kind of printer, and then there's me that doesn't have one at all. So it's like, well, I'm left out. I have no option in that point. So
Well, now, and I'll say this too about that. So I think that the resin printers are fantastic. You can really get some amazing stuff.
that's
But
what that dragon turtle was.
yeah. But I think for most people that are doing it, they don't have the really high end ones.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just recently got a Kickstarter from a game company whose game and miniatures I love. It's Antimatter Games. Amazing sculpts. Some of my absolute favorite sculpts in the whole world. And they recently did a Kickstarter, and you could buy the new models 3D printed versus traditionally sculpted and cast, because normally they were metal. They did a lot of metal. And the models look great. The resin models look great. But because Antimatter Games was one of the companies that was kind of the litmus test for me personally as a quality metal model,
Yeah,
I felt like the resin was lower quality in the sculpt than the old metal minis were. Like my metal ones, they are some of the finest caliber sculpt, and they just look phenomenal. And the resin ones look good, and they look good painted. But it just doesn't compare to me.
You know,
Sonic Mini 4K.
I have 3 of the Anycubic resin printers, and that's how I print all my miniatures.
Uh-huh.
And I think the technology it's like hard drives. You know, I remember, I'm old enough to remember 2 weeks ago when a 500 megabyte hard drive was like a car payment. And now you can get a solid state drive for $1 a terabyte or whatever nonsense. And I think like that's the way it's going with printers, because I remember when the 3D printers first came out, the Microsoft store was really big on them, but they were like $2,000.
yeah. I remember.
And when I started making High Noon, I wanted to have miniatures, and a buddy of mine that started a business of doing nothing but 3D printing. And he charged me like $100 a mini at the time. And at the time, there was no other option for me to get it. So I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. And then within the year, Anycubic, ran some ads on Facebook for a resin printer for $200, and and you get the resin for $50, and so I bought one. I ordered one on Amazon, had it, in 3 days, and I was off to the printing races, and I've never looked back. And he once called me. He's like, "Man, where are you? Where are you ordering from? Why don't you order from me, buddy?"
Well, that $100 per miniature, I'm buying 2 things of resin with that $100 now. But thank you.
Yeah, no, and I mean, it's not like you said, like the detail probably isn't there yet, but I think as technology goes, it's going to go really fast. I think it's going to go beyond us.
Thomas, one of my customers, he just bought the brand new Saturn. No, a printer. It's the newest, greatest thing. 4K. Yeah, I think that's what he got. The 4K with the monocolor. And he said it was only about $500, which,
wow,
it's technology is like that but it's still a hobby in itself, I think. Don't you? I mean, even what you do, Dwight, don't you find it kind of a hobby within the hobby almost?
I've heard that before, Alan. A lot of people saying that.
I don't know what that means.
It's not. Well, it's not. A lot of people right now with it's like apps. Everybody's got an app. You just put an app and you push a button and it gives you something. 3D printers, you still have to learn your printer, and it's just not this. You load up a file and you push a button.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't think it's that way anymore. At least, I mean, when I got I'm telling like my Anycubic, I maybe spent like an hour or two watching like how-to YouTube videos from various people on how to make my supports, and how to clean the minis and how to do all these different things. And then at the end of the day, like I still ended up winging most of it.
I'm the same way with mine, but today when people are buying 3D printed, I mean they want pre-painted miniatures and pre-painted terrain. I think it will eventually get there, but I don't think a lot of people still want to spend a couple hours figuring out on YouTube. They just want to push a button. They're not nerds like us.
Yeah, and as long as that is a thing, Hero Forge will have a job.
Yeah.
But I think but actually to that point, like to that end, like a buddy of mine messaged me and he was like, "Hey, I'm starting to play D&D for the first time. Could you print out a mini for me?" He lives in Texas, so he shot me over. I was like, "Yeah, shoot it to me." So he shot over the miniature in a file. I just dropped it in the thumb drive and printed it up. And I literally did just press the button. And that night, I was driven home from like a 4-hour road trip, and I came up with this stupid little Meeples game idea. And I was like, let me see if I could do that. So I came home, sat down, got in front of my Illustrator, spent 15 minutes or less designing a Meeple, and then I printed like 100 of them overnight, and let the printer do its job. And there's I don't understand. I don't know. I'm not trying to talk down what you're saying. I don't know what hobby means because, I remember when NASA, like the space station, needed a tool to solve a problem, and they didn't have it because the tool didn't exist. So they radioed down to whatever Space Station Central, and were like, "Hey, we need to be able to do this thingamajigger." And so somebody somebody down here on Earth created a 3D model and sent it via the airwaves to the spaceways to the space station. They downloaded the file, printed it out, and used it. A tool used it to repair the space station. I mean, that's the future, and we're living in it today.
I think what he meant by the hobby is that when we hold on a second. Hi, Sean.
Hey.
I think what he meant by the hobby is that you can get so wrapped up in the printing that becomes your hobby versus the other stuff that you're doing, like what you're printing it for, because it's so cool. You get the printer and you're just like, oh, I got to print this. That is why I'm not getting a printer, because I will never, ever finish anything if I get a resin printer.
The saving grace in that is that it still takes like 8 hours to print a mini, and then you get it and it's not right, and you have to redo it. Like something like one little thing is wrong, and you have to go back and redo it all over again.
That's the hobby part I'm talking about. I guess more still people today are that I call it the microwave mentality. Yeah. They want to push a button and 30 seconds later get something.
Yeah,
and I think it will. I no doubt in the future everybody will have a printer of some type in their house, and they're whatever. Alexa, I need a coffee cup. And it prints their coffee cup out. But now, like you said, you have to come up.
Whoa! Hold on now. You're talking some serious sacred ground there, messing with my coffee cup now.
Some Earl Grey tea in it.
Yeah. But like you said, you had to come up with an idea. You had to design it. You had to print it. It took 8 hours.
Coffee cup.
I know so many people that they don't have not slamming people, but the thought process and the patience that, hey, it took you a whole day to go from a thought to getting something out. Now, compared to 20 years ago when it would have been months for that to happen.
Yeah.
Longer. It's a huge step, but
I think when we get to that point that you're talking about, where it is press a button, that's where Eric's going to have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Mac. That's where Mac is going to have
You'll have 100 buttons. It'll just be pressing buttons.
Mac, there's still time. You could buy a 3D printer right now in this window of lame technology.
Y'all know I can remove you from the stream, right?
He's got filament already. He's fine. He doesn't need resin.
I actually don't have any filament right now.
I can raise
The crazy next step I think about is like learning about the capabilities of 5G, and just like we could get to a point where it could be our games be augmented reality. All of the stats, all of the tokens would just be, like in the digital version on our glasses, heads up screens, and then it's just the models moving around your beautiful board and all the other, all of the paperworky stuff is on your computer.
That makes me sad.
The VR stuff where you actually are in the game, you like run around with the token.
Nah, he's talking about like a VR tabletop.
It'd be like you could like look at your dude and like click through all of the stats and look at their guys and click through all of the stats and just like see it augmented reality.
That's definitely coming. One of the before I got into making High Noon, I was a product research. I had a product research company. We would go overseas and go to the massive trade shows, meet with manufacturers, and see what they were coming up with. And there was this guy who had created a card game like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, or whatever. But you'd put your card on the table and you just aim your phone at it, and the card would come to life with like a character.
Yeah.
And then somebody else would play their card, and their character would be standing on their card. And then if you push the cards together, they would start fighting each other. And it was a very initial phase of the technology, but I was like, will you be able to have like where you can like play cards to power up your guy? And he was like, yes, that is where we're going. You as you're building your deck and you're playing your deck, you're powering up this dude who's right there on your phone, and everybody's watching. And you can and we would circle the table with our phones, and you're seeing every angle of this fight. We'd lower the camera down, and I mean, it wasn't like a 2D sprite pretending to be a 3D animation. It was legit an augmented reality thing. It was wicked. It was cool. We're going there. Yeah, you're right, Sean.
I heard you, Raul. I would be sad with augmented reality game.
No more painting. No more tables.
No more going.
Oh no! I'm
a dollar store.
I would totally paint my dudes, but there just wouldn't be all of the like tokens and all the little bits that you have to mark on your guys for all that information.
I saw you carefully avoiding saying no more terrain. I saw you carefully avoiding.
Oh no, that's the best part.
Sean doesn't want to get kicked off the show.
Sean would never get kicked off the show.
What's the building you've got over there that you're building?
That is I'll get a picture of it. It's the Black Site Studio, the Ball Residence.
Nice.
So what do you do, Sean?
Stage manager, theater by trade. And then I'm heavily invested in the Drowned Earth as like one of the games I champion, and then a bunch of other random lovely games. Ooh, that's a pretty building.
Max showed me the Drowned Earth stuff. It looks pretty sick.
Of course I showed you the Drowned Earth stuff. I too am a champion of.
Yes,
I know.
Because I hear the song "Push a Man" come to mind.
Totally.
Come to Costa
I hear that spaghetti western.
Yeah.
All right. That is one more done. Now I got to figure out what the scale is on this.
Dang it! Now I want to whistle that song.
Go for it. Whistle away, man.
No.
Yes, whistle.
I do not whistle while I work.
Whistle while you work.
What are you building, Eric?
I'm working on some Underworld stuff.
Okay, that's what I
underwear.
thought.
What? That's not appropriate for this channel.
No, we go commando. What are you talking about?
Those guys, yeah.
Yeah, great. Yeah, zombie, cannibal, guys. That, and I got some ogres. I got the ogre one too, Sean.
Alan,
Yeah.
don't forget to bring my dice.
What dice?
You know what dice.
Your paintbrushes and what else?
No wonder I thought I was muting my mic and I wasn't. Let me switch mics.
No, I got my paintbrushes finally. They were in his backpack. I got my paintbrushes, but now I need my, because I've got the Indie Invasion and the Coastal Con dice.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Right.
So I need those.
I lost them or sold them or something.
Well, if you sold them, I want the profit.
What did I do with them? Oh,
I'll tell you what, I will make you a deal. You do not have to bring those dice down here. All you need to do is bring enough stock to open a store while you're here. And then we'll just order some more dice. Oh, darn it. That was really working out well for me.
Yeah, you failed.
I can't wait to get those.
Hey,
Pretty.
I'm coming down this weekend. I'll bring them.
Oh, are you coming this weekend? Okay.
We're gonna a quick trip down Saturday night and back leaving Monday. But
Okay.
I got to take a break.
I understand. What about you, Eric? Did you and Mary figure out when you're coming?
Yeah, real quick. I'd get there and have to turn around and come back right away.
Not this weekend. For the con, when are you coming?
I think it's Wednesday, Thursday. I think it's Thursday.
The Thursday before? Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Gotcha. And Sean, are you going to make it?
No, I don't think I'll be able to make it.
Okay.
I've been going back and forth and thinking about it and how to make it work. And I think with all circumstances, it won't work for me this year.
All right. So this is what we'll do then. We'll do a Facebook Live, me and Eric, and we'll walk around and we'll let you know when we're going to do it so you can be there with us.
Really? Well, I'm still trying to brainstorm how to do an event from afar. And like the most that I've got in my brain is finding or making some kind of large dude that can hold a cell phone. And then I can video chat into the cell phone and see what's happening on the board. And then like my face is like the head of the model. But it's about as far as I got. And I don't know if it's a drowned earth scenario. I don't know if it's some version of the meat grinder.
A little mini Max Headroom or...
Yeah.
Well, we had there's a bunch of other stuff that we had planned that's just not going to be able to happen this year anyway.
Yeah.
Which is okay, because my plan is whatever little amount of money we make off of this one will go towards next year's one back in the hotel. But because it's going to be smaller and because we have the luxury that things like Gen Con and big guys like that don't have, that we don't have to plan it out so far, I'm going to do a second one over the summer. I'm going to do a Coastal Con 0.5 over the summer just to raise a little bit more capital for next year. And it's far enough out that we can see what sort of changes there are in numbers, for people feeling more comfortable and getting out and more people being willing to come out and participate. So it'll accomplish two things. It'll raise a little bit more capital for us, and it will kind of gauge the feel of how people are going to respond and come out. So
yeah, I'll keep thinking of something. If something comes up, I'll try and whip it together and mail it down.
You must whip it.
And I'm glad you said that, Sean, about Drowned Earth. Matt James is coming, and he wants to run some Drowned Earth stuff.
Oh, good. I've got a 2x2 board set. Tell him all he's got to do is, if he doesn't want to bring if he wants to run it, tell him to bring his models. I'll set up the table for him.
Good. Nice.
Yeah, I'll let him know.
Awesome. No, I'm super excited about that.
He's already got a hotel room. And
who's running it?
James Bass.
James Bass.
He's recently up and down activity in the group. He was really active when he first got, what was that, like last year, Alan?
Yeah, and they moved
away from Discover, so he didn't have anybody to play with, and he just moved back.
Nice, yeah. Well, maybe if we'll hook up with him and figure out something else. Yeah, out. If he runs the event, maybe I'll do a talking head robot thing for something.
He should be on the Drowned Earth page.
He is.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll find him. James Bass.
Yep.
Hi, James.
Hi, James, if you're here. So yeah, that's actually really good because that frees me up because Raul said he was going to run Twisted. And if James is going to run the Drowned Earth, that's good because then I can bounce around like I need to.
Sweet. And even if I'm just like, maybe if he's running demos, I could just be there, have him set up a computer or a phone, and I could almost be like a virtual chat buddy to pitch the game and talk to people while he's running a demo.
Or even if you just want to be part of it.
Present.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just to be present, whatever.
I'll kick around with him. Maybe we'll come up with something silly.
Yeah, that'd be cool. And also, let me know what you guys come up with because I have the autographed rule book for the raffle, but I got a lot of raffle stuff, so I may move the rule book to the table to be given away from the table for whatever we decide is a reasonable. Maybe you were the best sport when you were demoing or something along those lines to give it away because that one's special because I'm like, James, wow, I don't want to give this book away. You wrote the Indie Invasion tagline in the beginning of it for me.
Did he for you? Nice.
Away? Come on, man.
Kind of like your dice. Oh, I lost those. I don't know what happened to it.
Yeah,
I'll definitely when I'm able to be there in person, I'll definitely run the meat grinder then. But that's just a hands-on wonderful game.
Yeah, and that'll be good because hopefully what I can do is I reached out to Reaper for models for well, not really.
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't bad or anything about it. I reached out to them about potential model donations for paint and take.
Right.
And they were like, "Oh yeah, we do that." I'm like, "Cool." And they threw a link up. I'm like, "This is your web store."
Oh.
I'm like, "This is your web store. I got to pay for everything else out of pocket. I'm not going to be able to do that." So, I'll try and maybe hit up some of the guys that I know that do the flea markets that have boxes and boxes of minis that would maybe be able to throw stuff in the mix. Like Robert, to just throw stuff in the mix to do the paint and take. And we did have the paint contest scheduled for this year, but I'm just going to play that by ear and see how many people show up. And that was just a fun paint contest we were going to do where you only got 3 colors.
Yes.
And they're craft paints, 3 colors, 1 brush.
I got to send you a picture. You'd be so pleased. My K-Knight Shadow Stalkers from the Warcry box.
Yep.
For their kind of shadow cloak coming out of the shadows. Apple Barrel, Walmart, Dollar Craft, color shift paint.
Looks good, doesn't it?
Purple and gold. It really came out well.
Yeah. The color shifts from Apple Barrel, folk art, basically. I mean, same thing. That's who makes them. Plaid are surprisingly good. And so, the next time you use them, what did you base coat with?
So it was the way it all worked is if I had better light, I'd pull one over here. It was a white and a pale white zenithal over a like pale blue. But then I used some of my new Scale 75 contrast paints on it. Mm-hmm. So it was like 2 coats of a purple wash and 1 of a gray wash. And then I thinned down the color shift folk art and put that on. And that gave me a little bit deeper purple with the color shift.
So try this with the next time you use the color shifts. Base in a high gloss black. You don't have to do the whole model, but there's something about the reaction. If you go to Green Stuff World, they have a color shift paint too. That's really good. They have color shift metallics, and they're awesome. You have to shake them for like 3.5 hours before you paint, but that's the recommended way is a high gloss undercoat. And usually what I do is if I'm using the color shift is I'll do all my regular painting, and then whatever area I'm doing the color shift with, I'll do that high gloss black base coat on that particular section and then start applying it. You do have to apply 5 or 6 coats when you do it, but the effect, I probably don't have good enough light either.
Yeah. But I love that it was like thin enough that I could get it to get a little bit of the shimmer without really overloading.
Yeah. So let me see. I don't know if I can get this or not. Let me see. May not.
Oh yeah, no.
I
can see it when you shift a little just enough.
Let me
Which one is that, Mac?
that's the Mythos one.
The paint. Which one?
Oh, that's the Apple Barrel color shift.
Okay.
I don't know if you can.
That's cool. Yeah, no, I can see a little.
You
bit
did
of
that on
change
what
there.
kind of primer base did you put that over? White.
This is over. You got to put it over a gloss, high gloss.
Can I see it? I'm
going to switch cameras and see if I can get better.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's better.
wow.
Yeah, that's it. And it's $1 paint.
Yep.
What?
Yeah, I got it at Walmart.
I was gonna say, is that Walmart?
Yep. You better. That's the only way to go, man.
I did. Agreed.
Now, don't get me wrong. I'm all about my pro acrylic paints, but well, it's 10 o'clock, so I am going to let me switch that camera back. Everybody on here. Thanks for you guys that joined us tonight. We still got 3 on. So do you paint the color shifts with brush or airbrush? Mike, I've used a brush on mine and haven't had any problems with them. I think it mostly has to do with the fact that you have to apply so many coats. If you start with the black, the high gloss black undercoat, you have to apply so many coats. But I have done it over white, and you still do get the color shift nicely, but you get more of that kind of that shifting effect, that lenticular transition color from one to the other when you do it over that high gloss black. But the white looks really good too, but they tend to be super duper bright when you do it over that. I did another one of the Mythos Cricket. Why are you zipping up your jacket, Eric? You getting cold?
There we go. Now I'm ready.
Whew, man, look here. I'm drinking a cup of coffee. I'm starting to sweat because it's hot. You know what I'm saying?
I had a hot toddy, so I'm good.
Well, that's okay.
Plus, I'm in Florida, so there's that.
Right? I'm not that far. I'm only 3 hours north of you, so it's pretty nice here and on the coast as well. So, I have not tried it over metallics yet, Todd. I've been wanting to, but I haven't tried it over metallics, but I have the Green Stuff World metallics, which are a color shift as well. So that's the reason I haven't done it, is because the metallic colors I was looking for, I already had a color shift paint in the metallics. And honestly, Mike, with the airbrush, it probably does look best through an airbrush, but I don't have any brush strokes in mine. I don't have any indication of brush strokes. But again, like I said, you have to apply so many coats of it, and it is a pretty thin paint. I think that's mostly why you don't end up with any of them. So if you want real painting advice, check out Invisible Hand Studios, the painter for Discover Games, and maybe even soon for somebody else. So not me, though, even though
they were actually discussing. Adam was discussing the color shift and talking about.
Oh, was it?
The shot using a high gloss.
Is Adam there?
No, he's at home.
Okay. Well, you tell Adam that he's still doing all these commissions for all these other people, and he's got like a bunch of my models. And
he mentioned your box.
Yeah, he mentioned my box. He didn't paint anything out of it. He just mentioned it.
Yeah, mentioned.
I'm going to charge him double at the door for Coastal Con. You just don't tell him that till he gets there. So anyways, guys, you can always check us out on the Indie Invasion podcast on Podbean, iTunes, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Stitcher, Spotify, Pocket Casts, and so many others out there. Most of the stuff we do is through Podbean, though. You can check us out on Patreon as well. Twitter, Instagram, Discord, YouTube, and Facebook. Email us at indieinvasion@gmail.com. If you do go over to our Patreon, everything on our Patreon is free to watch. You do not have to be a member of it. but you can go over there and check out everything. Some stuff we do post exclusively over there, but it's available to everyone. We just don't post it in other locations. If you're looking for Coastal Con information, to include some of our sponsors, which are Discover Games and Unipolar Games, and the Tabletop Engineers, Bexham Bazaar and his RPG catalog, you can check them out on the Coastal Con website. Link is right there. And there's also a link on the Facebook page that you can hop over there. We've got a couple of groups over there you can check out. Really, the purpose of that is when you come to Coastal Con and take all kinds of pictures of all the cool stuff going on, you can post them on that page so that I can steal them and put them on the official part of the website. That's the real reason behind that. So anyway, guys, it is always a pleasure. Eric and I will be back
Wednesday,
solving gaming problems one game at a time.
Wednesday
night for our episode of Indie Invasion.
Starts with an E, ends in a Y.
Starts in an E, ends in a Y. That's what we're calling it. Indie Invasion starts with an E, ends with a Y. We will catch you guys Wednesday night. Until then, prepare yourself for the invasion.